Has it ever looked that good on the field in practice? The precision, the pace at which you scored tonight?
I don't know. Watch the film and see. It's never as good or as bad as you think when you watch it on film. But I'm proud of the way the guys came out here and played hard. They kind of stepped right in. And, we talked about it all week, what it was going to take to go win this game on the road. And we kind of came in hitting on all cylinders. And I thought we tackled well on defense. We created some turnovers again, created a short field, and we ran the ball. And that was great to see. I thought the line did a good job. The backs ran hard, and we, Justin made some throws. We made some really big-time throws. And when you combine all that together with good special teams, proud of the way the guys played.
Was there a message you sent to the country tonight in prime time, if you will?
No. I mean, this is just us trying to improve every week and get better. And this was a major challenge for us, so I'm proud of that. But we still got a long way to go. This doesn't mean anything if we don't keep it going.
Front row left over here, Bill.
Your defense, again, Jeff Kruger, 2 picks, and Jordan interception, just the way you surrounded them. How much of that is the fact that they go against your offense every day and you guys feed off each other?
Well, in spring and then in preseason, we go against each other and really compete hard, and it's iron sharpens iron. And but I think the coaches are doing a great job getting these guys prepared. I think Jeff and Greg are doing a great job. I think the whole defensive staff prepares these guys and really works hard on that. And I think physically, when you look at what Mick does and getting these guys ready that way, because when you come into an environment like this, you have to be prepared, mentally, knowing what you're doing, physically, and then emotionally. And when you can do all three of those things, they can have a night like we did. And there's a lot that goes into that during the week, and it goes back to how we practice. And we practice really, really hard. And we always say that it goes back to your training when you go step on the field. And if we can keep this thing going, then we have a chance.
Right behind him, Bill.
Ryan, this is probably the best collection of offensive skill you guys have seen to this point. It might be the best collection you've seen moving forward in just a couple more weeks. I'm just wondering if you had this game circled at all or in your head at all as a true benchmark of where you guys were defensively and how you guys did.
It's something that when we looked on the schedule, we knew this was going to be hard. We kind of assumed it would be something like this environment even back in February. It was going to be hard, and Scott and those guys do a great job. And so, we've been preparing for this game for a while, and I don't know again, in terms of a benchmark or anything like that. But anytime you go on the road and have to win a night game, we know it's not easy in this conference. So it's just one other game. We're 1-0 on Saturday night, and that's the goal. And then we regroup tomorrow, and we're after Michigan State. So
some like almost traditional life form kind of offense stuff that trying to do. Because it seemed like your response to that was to go backwards in the field, and then you've got this pull position, and you're just trying to be sort of buried in your plan. But how much through these 5 games so far do you just feel like the guys have a lot of answers for whatever's going to come?
That was a great job by our staff of adjusting, because that was a curveball. They did some things there that there was some throwback stuff there. And they were coming downhill there for a second. I mean, it was good job by our defensive staff of adjusting and kind of getting that under control, because there's been games I've been in where someone throws that on you and you can't adjust. You if you're not ready for that kind of stuff. So again, I thought our guys did a good job adjusting on the move.
Hey, folks, just FYI, Coach Greg Madison is in the very back. If anybody wants to talk with him, we're going to go over to the left shoulder over here, Doug.
Ryan, the way your offensive line has played this year, especially on a night like this when you have Josh in there at right tackle, just where do you think that line is right now?
In terms of just, yeah, no. Well, when you look at Josh Allaby, he's somebody who you talk about having a great attitude and being a team player. He comes in and steps in at right tackle, and we'll see how he grades out. But I know that line did a good job blocking people, and so I noticed him on some plays doing really, really well. So to have a guy like that step up and play, I think the way he played, that's a tribute to our depth and Stud and everybody up front. And hats off to Josh, man. He played really, really good tonight. I think we'll have to watch the film again, but I'll have a better idea when we talk this week. But he stepped in a big way.
And we've seen Justin's running ability. We know that's there. We know that he's been judicious with it. You guys have been. But for instance, the first touchdown when they play good coverage and he just runs it in like that, what kind of stress does that put on a defense when he has that ability?
Yeah, we went through it all week with Adrian, because he does the same thing. He can do those kind of things. And when you have everything covered, and then all of a sudden you have to worry about him scrambling. And, when you have to put a guy and spy him, that's one less guy in coverage. So it certainly is a huge advantage.
Front row left, Austin.
Right, this might be hard to exactly quantify, but you've said that Justin is ahead of maybe where you thought he would be, and you pointed to his first 6 weeks. as being important for his development. How far has he exceeded your expectations?
Now, we'll see next week. I mean, we're got a huge one next week against one of the best defenses in the entire country. So that's going to be a huge one. Up to this point, he's done a really good job. Still really hasn't played 4 quarters yet. Hasn't been in the fire where you got to go win the game in the 4th quarter. So we'll see. But I thought he made some big time decisions tonight. He made some big time throws. Did a great job with his legs. Ran a clean game. Managed the game again. No turnovers. So. Again, a lot of credit to him. He's doing a great job.
Right next door, Ari.
The way that you just mentioned that he hasn't played 4 quarters, so that was the emphasis of leaving him in as long as they did. What was the thought process?
Well, they're a great team, and they're no huddle, and they can strike at any time. It's a good offense there, and I just wasn't sure at that time, where the game was going. They kind of came down and scored. Chase was out of the game, and that was a tough decision to make. But we decided maybe one more drive to keep those guys in there and be smart. But you look back sometimes, you can second guess yourself, but that was the decision you made at the time.
How hard is that, though?
It's a good problem to have, but it certainly is gut wrenching because you don't want to lose anybody at that moment, but at the same time you also don't want to lose the game and get it out of hand. All of a sudden, we've all seen that before. The UCLA game last week, or all of a sudden a couple of things happen and. Heaven forbid we fumbled that kickoff return with Jamison, and now all of a sudden you're in it, and that's what scares the heck out of you. So, those are the decisions you make.
We're going to go 3 more questions with Coach right here, but just FYI, folks, Austin Mack and Malik Harrison are in the back. Over here to the right, Steve.
Yeah, Coach. Last week, Adrian Martinez, 406 yards total offense in Illinois. You guys held him to 121, and I know obviously there's opponents and everything else, but just your thought of the job that coaches, players did in putting together a plan to contain a guy who's not even.
Yeah, I mean that was the goal going in because he's the guy who gets that offense going, and we knew that coming in. And Adrian's a heck of a player, and he's going to continue to be a heck of a player here. But I thought our guys did a good job of running the ball, tackling, and when we had opportunity to get turnovers in the pass game, we made those catches. Sometimes that doesn't always happen. It's like. You get your hands on a pass, and then you throw it out. Oh, we almost had that one, and the next play goes for a first down. Well, we made those catches, and guys made plays. Even the one that, Jeff caught that was a little bit funky there. He was on the ground and caught it, but he made the catch. You got to make those plays, and hats off to all those guys, Jeff and Jordan. And then also Damon makes a great job. They ran a double move on us. It was a slant and go, and he covered that, which was huge in the game. So, those little things add up, especially in that first quarter.
And final 2 over here, we're going to go Adam, and then after Adam, Rob.
Ryan, other than Justin and a few others, all these guys are part of last year where things weren't easy very often. I'm just curious, what have you seen their approach to these games or any games or just anything? How is that different from a maturity standpoint and growth standpoint from last year?
I think anytime you have experience and you've gone through this before, it's important. I asked the guys how many guys have been in the stadium before, and I think it was maybe half of them raised their hand. So there's some experience in this group, and those guys are hungry. They want to play good, and when I do bed check at night, they got their tips out and all their notes, and they're watching film, and it matters to them. And we're talking about what it means to be a pro, and they're grabbing onto it. Both sides of the ball right now. It's a really good group.
We've seen snippets of Justin's running tonight. It really kind of came alive, I guess, in those flashes. Has this been the plan to reveal it slowly and just tap forward tonight? And is that something that you guys talked about is going to have to be there to play the top tier opponents as you go on, even into?
No. I mean it. Like we talked about early on, it was going to be a journey, and where this goes week in and week out, it changes. Having the ability to use his feet is huge, though. I mean, that's a weapon, as we talked about, and it makes a huge difference. But he's also a really good passer, and we have a really good offensive line with multiple tight ends. So we like to do all of the above, and just try to put as much stress as we can on the defense.